these innocent people are in the middle of this. And again, that we should be concerned about that, but also flattening the whole city of Gaza will transform that region forever. It could lead to escalatory violence, wars, Hezbollah coming in, regional conflicts, inflame Arab opinion, Israel isolated for a very long time. So this is the time to be careful about how heavily Israel goes in.
Yeah, very well said. Let's turn to the response from Washington, specifically President Biden. So President Biden has gotten a lot of praise from the Jewish community in the U.S. and from Israelis for his response to the tragedy, in particular remarks he made to Jewish community leaders, where President Biden talked about how he has taken all of his kids and grandkids to Dachau when they turned 14. For those that don't know, Dachau was a horrific Nazi concentration camp. Had you ever heard him tell that story?
I had no idea, and Joe Biden usually shares everything.
Story a few times.
Yeah.
I was
surprised I didn't know that.
Secretary of State Tony Blinken, his grandparents is he the son or grandparent of Holocaust survivors?
Yeah, grandparent and stepfather.
Right. So deep connection to the Holocaust, a Jew himself. Went to Israel. He met with Netanyahu. He was reportedly shown images of some of the worst atrocities, including against children and infants. Tony visited a relief center, incredibly moving moment there where he met a survivor who was at the music festival that was attacked. He also delivered some remarks standing beside Bibi Netanyahu. Here's a clip from Tony.
I come before you not only as the United States Secretary of State, but also as a Jew. My grandfather, Maurice Blinken, fled pogroms in Russia. My stepfather, Samuel Pizar, survived concentration camps, Auschwitz, Dachau, Majdanek. So, Prime Minister, I understand on a personal level the harrowing echoes that Hamas's massacres carry for Israeli Jews, indeed, for Jews everywhere.
Tony also talked about how much this all impacted him as a parent. As we sort of anticipated on Tuesday, Ben, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin also went to Israel. We're just texting with our friend Kelly, who's on the trip, said it was incredibly powerful. The Pentagon is surging military assistance to Israel, which I have read is more about contingency planning in the event that Hezbollah or someone else gets involved than really this fight in Gaza. President Biden held a call with families of Americans taken hostage or otherwise unaccounted for. The U.S. is trying to cut a deal with Egypt for safe passage of Americans out of Gaza. I think there's like 500 Americans in Gaza that we know about. And then, Ben, more broadly, in the U.S., there is this very eerie